Hi, Paparazzi. My name is Autumn, and today we're going to talk about reply to buy. So, in order to demonstrate how reply to buy works, we're actually going to do a quick mock live, so you can see start to finish how you set it up, how you go live, how your customers will comment to claim pieces, and then what to do after the live. So, one of the things that I want to call out before we get started, or a common misconception with reply to buy, is with reply to buy, when your customers comment on your Facebook Live, it will actually send them a link to cart an item in your online store. So rather than, rather than when you go live, after your live, you send them an invoice and customers pay that way. This way, they'll be sent a link to their cart. They check out in your online store, and that's how the sale is completed. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to set up reply to buy. And to set up reply to buy, we're going to go into the Premier app. And when I say set it up, we're linking your Premier account to your Facebook page. And Facebook business pages are the only pages supported with reply to buy. So it cannot be a group and it cannot be your personal page. It must be a Facebook business page. Recently, Facebook made changes to their rules for going live with a business page. Your business account must be at least 60 days old, and you must have at least 100 followers in order to go live. So if you don't have 100 followers, or it's not at least 60 days old, that's step one. You'll need to work on those two things. And once you have a business page that meets those requirements, you'll be able to connect reply to buy and be able to have reply to buy catch those comments on those lives. Okay, so to get connected, we're going to switch over to the app. And I'm going to click on the hamburger menu up at the top, and I'm going to go down to reply to buy. And here you'll see this is just some steps on how it works and getting connected. So you'll see we're first going to connect our Facebook account and choose a claim word for your customers to use when claiming items. And then we'll make sure, and we'll go through all of this in detail, but we'll choose claim codes for your products, and then you'll start the Facebook stream and then start the reply to buy session. And so we'll start here by connecting to our Facebook account. And so you see here that it is connected. So Wayru Assist is my personal page, and then Premier Bling Things is the business page associated with that account. And so we connected it here. You can see right here, it is connected. Every once in a while, Facebook will refresh their connection. So you may have to do this step, every once in a while, maybe once in a couple months. Down here is where you will select your live stream keyword. And so today we're just going to do sold. With your keyword, it's not case sensitive. It doesn't have to be all caps. It can be a combination of all caps, lowercase, and it won't matter what your customers type in. As long as it's this word, they'll find it. Now, this keyword can be anywhere from 3 to 20 characters long. But keep in mind, you want this to be an easy word for your customers to remember and to spell. So please don't do something that's 20 characters. You want to keep this short and sweet. You want to also just keep it to one word. You don't want to have any spaces or dashes. So some examples are sold, mine, bling, things like that. Easy to remember and easy for your customers to type in. So, and that's it. Once you're connected, so now these are all the connection steps that you need to do in order to connect Premier to your business page. So now let's flip back over to our slides. So now that we're connected, we're going to talk about getting ready to go live. So a couple things that you'll want to do is first, you'll want to select all of the jewelry you plan to take live that day, and maybe remove at least one of them from the packaging so you can display it. And then you're going to want to confirm that each of the items that you're taking live have the correct inventory amount in the app. And the reason why this is important is because if Premier says that you have a quantity of 10 in the app, but you actually have, let's say, 15 of that particular piece, then as your customers start claiming, after the 10th piece is claimed, even though you have 15, the rest of your customers are going to start getting a sold out message, and you're potentially losing out on sales. And the same is true if you say you have 10 in the app, but you only have 5 in reality, then you have the potential to oversell those pieces and would have to go back to those customers and let them know you can't fulfill those orders. So you definitely want to make sure that you have an accurate on-hand quantity in the app before getting started. And we'll show you where to do that. The next thing you want to do is check your cart timer settings. And the reason your cart timer is important, you want to at least have, your cart timer needs to be at least as long as you're live. You don't want the cart timer to start dumping your customers' carts before they've had a chance to view your entire live. And so I'll show you where to set those up as well. The next thing you want to do is make sure that each of your pieces have been assigned a claim code. And a claim code is the number that's going to be associated with the piece that you're taking live. And we'll talk about that. We'll go show that as well. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to check your visibility settings for the items you plan to show on your live. And the visibility settings, this just determines whether this piece is visible on your online store or not. And so a common question is, well, why wouldn't I want all of my pieces to be visible on my online store? And the answer there is, a lot of times when you're taking these pieces live, this is the first time you're showcasing them. So this is the reason they come to your lives, right? To see the new jewelry that's being showcased. And so you don't want them to be able to see it before you go live. And so for those reasons, you would turn the visibility settings off so they can see the jewelry for the first time on your live. So let's switch back over to the app and we'll show you how to set up the things we just talked about. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to go back out to the hamburger menu and we're going to come into inventory. And I'm just going to pull up this piece of inventory that we're going to use as our example today. So these gold earrings. And so you can see here that I have a quantity of 10 on hand. And here is where I would assign it a claim code. And so I click in here and you can see that my claim code is 88. You can change this claim code to whatever number you want, but keep in mind claim codes can be anywhere from 1 to 6 characters. They have to be a number, so that claim codes don't accept letters. And you have they can't have leading zeros. So it has to be a number up to 6 characters, and it can't start with a 0. You can also use this auto assign feature right here. So if I was to click on auto assign will give it the first possible number in the sequence, the lowest number it can. So if you don't want to think about what your numbers are and you just want the system to like auto generate a number, you can use auto assign. A couple other notes on claim codes is a claim code will stick with this particular item until one of 2 things happen. One, you sell out of the item. If you sell out of this item, and I'm going to change this back to 88 for purposes of today's demo. But if you sell out of this item, then 88 will be released back into the pool to be, used by another item, or you come in and physically change this. Otherwise, 88 will be attached to these earrings until it's, sold out or changed. And so we're going to just save this. Okay, the other thing we kind of talked about was the visibility setting. So this is where you can turn this item on or off from being visible on your web store. So the slash means that it's off. So this item is not visible currently in my online web store. And then the other thing we talked about was the cart timer. And so to find your cart timer, we're going to open up the hamburger menu, go down to settings, and in settings underneath your online store, you'll find the cart timer here. You have the option to set your cart timer from anywhere from 15 minutes to 7 days. And so again, this is where you'll want to think about how long your live is going to be and decide what you want your cart timer set to. And so of course your live is probably going to be longer than 15 minutes. And so you can change your cart timer settings here. So we'll say we're going to do 4 hours and 45 minutes. So we'll save this. Okay. So now that you've checked your inventory quantities and you've made sure your pieces have a claim number, I'll switch back over to this. You've verified your cart timer settings and you've checked the visibility. You are ready to go live on Facebook. Okay, so we're going to switch over. We're going to talk about a couple other things too. So to actually go live on Facebook and connect reply to buy, the steps are right here. So you're going to switch to your Facebook business page. You'll start your live stream on Facebook. Then you'll come back into Premiere and you'll go into the reply to buy under the hamburger menu and tap the start button. And we'll do all of this, but there's a couple other things we want to talk about first before we actually show this. Okay, so let's talk about what happens like during the live, and then we'll actually go back and do it. So one of the things we suggest doing is pinning a comment that explains your cart timer so they understand how that works and your shipping and pickup process. And you may want to write this up ahead of time. And so it's just a quick copy and paste. The other thing is you go live, you want to welcome your customers and then explain to them how to shop with you. This may be different than what they're used to. And so explain how the keyword works. And so like today we chose sold, that they'll need to type in sold followed by the claim code number. And you'll want to make sure to also call out that sold, it needs to be sold and then a space and then the number. If they do it together, like sold 88 without the space, that claim won't be read, or that keyword or comment won't be read. And you'll actually see those comments come in during your live. And so if they start coming in incorrectly, you can call that out as well. And then during the live, of course, you're going to show and describe each piece, and you'll want to call out that claim code to them so they can, so they know what number to use. And then remind your customers that replays are shoppable for 7 days. And a last little idea or tip or trick for during the live is you have these online stores with your Premier site. And if you don't drive traffic, just because you have the online store doesn't mean that traffic is going to automatically, you're just going to get a bunch of people to your website. It's your job to drive traffic to the website. So during your live, maybe at the end of the live, you could display or showcase a piece that is only available. It's an exclusive piece only available on your website. And so you can let them know, like, at the end of this live, this piece, I only have 10 of them or whatever. And I will turn it on and it will only be available on my website. And so if at the end of all of your lives, they're going to get to see this piece that's only available on your web store, it creates excitement and it creates, interest and traffic to your website. Okay, now we're ready to go live on Facebook. So we're going to switch over to our Facebook page. We're going to switch to the business page. And then we're going to start a live video. And it will want a description and a title. And so we're going to call it training. And save this. You can see down here, this is where you can pin the comment. And so we're going to go ahead, let's close out of these notifications. We're going to go ahead and start the live. And while the live is starting, we want to flip back over to Premiere, and in the hamburger menu, we just went to reply to buy, and then we're going to start the comment catching. And so you're going to tap start here. It's connecting to Facebook right now to make sure that we have a live stream going. Okay, and now we're live. So then this is where you'll start showing the jewelry that you have, and you'll calling out the claim keyword. So this one is 88. And so you'll explain to your customers how to shop. You can, like I said before, talk to them about the cart timer and your shipping and pickup process, and then how to shop with you. And so they'll want to type in sold space 88. And you can see here on the comments section over here, as customers start commenting sold space 88 for these pieces, their comments will start coming in. And then as the comments start coming in, as soon as someone comments a sold space, on the claim number, then they'll receive a message in Facebook Messenger or a link that will take them to their cart to shop. And so you can see right here, we have sold space 88. They would, and this is just Wayru Assist commenting, but they would receive a link back saying, that they have that, a link back that would take them to their cart with this piece added. If they want to claim more than one piece, they can do the comment twice. So they could do sold 88 twice, and that will put a quantity of 2 in their cart. Or they can go to their cart and just increase the quantity that they have in their cart. A couple things that you want to keep in mind when your customers are claiming is it's first come, first serve. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and end the live, and then we'll keep talking about this. Okay, so it's first come, first serve, and meaning the first person that claims it and gets that link will be the person who, gets that item carted if you have limited quantities. A common question is, do my customers have to click every single link in order to cart the items? And the answer is no. So if a customer throughout your live claims 12 pieces of jewelry, at the end of the live in their Facebook Messenger, they would have 12 links. If they click on any of the links, it will take them to the cart, and all 12 items will be in the cart if that quantity, if those pieces are available. When a customer carts an item, there is a soft hold on that inventory. And that inventory is held for that customer until they check out or until the cart timer expires and it dumps the cart. And then those pieces would be available to, anyone else shopping on your site. Okay, now let's talk about after the live. And this is really the beauty of reply to buy. So before reply to buy, when you would go live, and all of your customers would, you do all the work in the live, and your customers would claim all of the pieces they want. You'd end the live, and then you had to go to work, right? Creating all of these invoices and sending them out, and, painstakingly going through all of the comments, making sure you didn't miss anything. And this is the beauty of reply to buy. All of that is done for you. So after the live, you're done. They have claimed the items, they've gone into their carts. And now you're just simply waiting for the satisfying cha-ching sound as your payments and paid orders start rolling in. And so you can open the app and go to the paid orders tab to see the completed orders as they come in. You don't have to do that, but that's where you can kind of see what's coming in. And then the next thing is you just prepare for shipping the products. So after all of the paid orders come in, and obviously you'd want to wait until, your cart timer ended. That's when you kind of know the event or the live event is over, and those customers have, that amount of time to pay for their orders. And then if you're integrated with Shipping Easy, you can let Shipping Easy do all the heavy lifting for you. All of the information that they put in during checkout. So their email address and their address, it all flows over to Shipping Easy. So no more tracking down customers' addresses, and all of that comes from the customer, flows down into Premier and over to Shipping Easy. There's no more weighing packages with Shipping Easy. All of the weights go across to Shipping Easy. And so you literally can log into Shipping Easy and in just a couple clicks, print the labels, and you're ready to ship those packages. And then the last thing you would want to do is you would want to make sure that you enable visibility for any remaining pieces in your online store. So any pieces that didn't sell out during your live, so let's say these didn't sell out, we'd want to go into Premier and make sure that we turn the visibility back on. So then these can be shopped by any of your customers. Okay, a couple of the frequently asked questions. So does claiming an item take me out of the live broadcast? And the answer to that is it depends on the platform your customers are viewing your live on. So if your customers are watching your live on a computer, many times they'll get the little pop-out window. If they were to claim an item and follow the link. If they're watching it on their phone, some phones do that. Some like iOS phones do that. And so it really kind of just depends on whether it will take them from the live if they go to claim a piece. But the truth is, and you can call this out and kind of train your customers, they don't ever need to leave the live, because as long as they get that like notification that they got the Facebook Messenger message, that item has been claimed. And we talked about this before, but does my customer have to claim or click each claim link? The answer is no. They can click one at the end and all of the items will be carded for them. Another common question is how do invoices interact with carts? And so again, we want to call out kind of the difference between going live and invoicing customers at the end, or going live with reply to buy and having carts at the end. So what I like to say is invoices are consultant initiated and carts are customer initiated, but both end as paid orders in the Premier app. And so when you're using reply to buy, there's no need to invoice anymore because it's going to cart those items in your online store and then the customer checks out. There's none of that extra work. But one thing I do want to call out is invoicing trumps carts. And what I mean by that is if these are the last earrings that I have left, this is the last piece of these, and someone has these in their cart, if I, the consultant, invoice someone with this piece, it will pull the earrings from the cart and be placed on the invoice. So as consultants, you have control over the pieces with invoicing because invoicing or invoices trumps the carts. And then the last is, what do I do if I keep getting an error message when trying to connect Premier to Facebook for reply to buy? So recently, Facebook has made some changes to their permission settings, and we've had a lot of consultants have problems being able to connect reply to buy to Facebook and to their business page specifically. And so if you're running into that problem, I would say just reach out to us, the Wayru team. We also have articles in our help center that can walk you through this process, but you can definitely call and we can help you with that. So, okay, that is our presentation on reply to buy. We hope you learned something today and we'll try reply to buy. Thanks so much.